Right, look. Have we all calmed down after yesterday? We all relaxed? Are we all feeling okay? Good, because we've got a cup semi-final today versus Lazio. Flipping heck. So look, let's be real. The league's gone. It's gone. We're sitting here. The league's gone out the door. So the battle now is the Champions League and the Cup. And that then brings us to Lazio today. Now, of course, we were going to play Atalanta, but it did cross my mind after the drama of yesterday that the league is done. We are so far behind Inter Milan. It ain't happening. 13 points is the gap. Zebra still got a little bit of a chance. If Inter fall away and Zebra win it, it'll be the most Zebra thing. It really would. So we played Atalanta, we beat them 3-0. It was pretty routine. It just secures our spot in the Champions League for next year, but that was already pretty much sorted as well. So there wasn't much to play for, in fairness. We now play Lazio, who sit 8th in the league table. So in theory, viewers, this should be an easy win. Now, fortunately for us, we've played them already in the Cup. We beat them 2-0 in the first leg. It was a Vlahovic header and an SMS banger against his former team, which saw us win it. Lodi got himself a red card in it because, you know, he's a left-back for Milan. Of course he did at some stage, and Hernandez still out. But, of course, it's a domestic suspension. It's not a domestic suspension. It literally carries over in the Cup. I can't believe it. Well, I feel like a fool, viewers. Kalulu's back in. Oh, no. Salihamidzic is injured, though. Hang on a minute. I've not got anyone to do this. Hernandez can't. Oh, well, good. I've got no options here. What? Hang on. What am I going to do? Youth players? Do any youth players play? Oh, you're a striker. Do I have anyone that can do this? I don't, do I? I've got some under 21s that aren't very good. I'm not sure I want to risk them. Lenny Borges. I mean, and he's not even a left-sided one. So the option is Ricardo Oddi at left back. I mean, he's quite physically good. Oh, come on then, have a go. Why not? We've got this 2-0 advantage. So I'm figuring this is probably, using the phrase worth it is bold. He's not that much worse than Kalulu, is he really? Why is it red there? Can he not play, or is it bugged because of, okay, it's fine, because of the Lodi thing. Right. Welcome back. So this was the team we played against Atalanta. As I mentioned, it was a 3-0 victory. Solid stuff from us. Adeyemi with 2. Cavani with a penalty as well. And Cavani is still pretty good in this setup and in this team. So he's going to start today. Adeyemi ahead of him. As I say, a few suspensions and injuries to note. Then Hernandez and Lodi both unavailable. Salihamidzic also injured at the moment. And I guess the question is Dybala. Do you play Dybala over Diaz in the centre? I guess you probably do. But Diaz was the hero of last episode. It feels wrong to do it. Busquets steps out. Anel and Tomori are going to be at the back. I mean, I don't know if Anel's just better than Coates, but Coates has such a questionable season. And when Anel's come in, you can see there from his average rating in his last 5 games, he's been sensational. So he stays in there. Tonali replaces Busquets, who played against Atalanta. So now Lazio, we have a 2-0 advantage, though we are away from home, and of course the winner very likely to play against the big dogs, Inter Milan. A few people questioning why we're playing it this way around. I think I prefer the physicality of the ball-winning SMS, and then Kessie is still pretty good going forward. There's 15 passing, a lot of his technicals and mentals are very, very good. And also, we can change it around. If it's not quite working, we can always make the switch. In fact, we could make SMS just a box-to-box in there and not have a ball winner at all. And that probably works just as well. They're quite interchangeable. And we've got playmakers off the bench as well, don't forget. And Vlahovic is there as well. So we've got lots of options. Let's play Lazio. If it's anything... Oh, Oddi needs a number. If it's anything... Number 9? Probably not. 26. If it's anything like yesterday's episode, viewers, hold on to your hats. If you didn't see yesterday... I'm not over it yet. But of course, in Glory Hunter, the objective is to win trophies, and the Italian Cup is one of those trophies. Again, we've got the 2-0 lead. We have to give ourselves a chance to get into a final. As I was watching Atalanta in 2D, viewers, just as a throwback for me, really. There's the Lazio side. It doesn't look amazing, if I'm honest. There's a reason they're 8th. It doesn't look that sensational, in my opinion. Let's go back to... You know what? I would treat you to some 2D, but we'll go back to 3D for the benefit of this. And here we go then. Can the Milan boys see this out? Let's hope so. I'll take a boring 0-0. Tonali with an early corner, played in towards Cavani. There's Oddi. Now, what's Oddi going to do? Should we call him Bill, like Bill Oddi? Maybe we should. Kalulu on the right-hand side. Come on, my man. You got 3 players waiting inside. Right-footed cross. Cavani's there. Oh, my word. The Kalulu cross is sensational. Oh, of course, the job's within the middle. What's the other word? They're checking it. It looked onside to me, viewers, so it's probably not. It is a goal. Awarded. Cavani again. Back post. Great work from Kalulu. He is closed down pretty well, actually. Like, you'd think that's going to be very difficult for him to get a cross in. The touch out of his feet is excellent. And that's Cavani ahead of his marker at the back post, Lazari. And it's 1-0 Milan. I don't think there are away goals in this, but we are so far so good. They've got Luis Alberto playing quite a deep central midfield role. Now, Luis Alberto's defensive attributes, as I know from many different reasons, not very good. So I think as a midfield two against Kessie, Tonali and SMS, that probably isn't going to work out too well for them, I dare say, as some nice possession from us once again. I kind of want to see Oddie on the ball, viewers. I don't know about you. I want to see him involved on this left side. He's a natural left footer, and of course, I very much appreciate the natural left-sided players. The referee, by the way, is over here. Why are you over there? The game's going on, mate. He's just having a walk around. Alessio, is he checking for offsides? Is that the new way that refs do things now? Dybala through to Adeyemi from Cavani, big chance, and it's over the bar. And there he is, look, just sort of having a great time in his nice purple top. Sponsored by Twitch.tv, I think over there, live every day, over on Twitch. Link in the description. Thanks, ref, appreciate that. Into SMS, finds Kessie. Again, the two of them combining nicely as it goes out to Anil and out to Kalulu. And I don't know why I've said it like that for. Keeping the ball, though. Really good stuff. Shape-wise, looks good. I mean, really good stuff until we give it away. Luis Alberto with interception. Again, defensively very good, as mentioned before, as it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. As the clearance to the right-hand side, and we might see Oddie, never mind offensively, we might see Oddie having to do some defending. Here he is defending. Lazari's there. Go on, Loddy, stop him. You've not stopped him. The chance has gone in. Dybala clears. Of course, 3-goal advantage here is a lot. That's a pretty big advantage. We're going to praise the boys. So far, we're in control. Happy faces all round, whereas over on the Lazio side of things, not great. Acerbi's in there, Orban, Bernat, Pedro. So lots of familiar faces too, I'm sure, viewers watching this. But yeah, it's not the greatest team in the world. And I guess the bigger concern for us is what's happening elsewhere. Are Inter winning their game? Because I'd rather play Sassuolo for one trophy ticked off the list. And if we can nail the Italian Cup, it does take the pressure off in the future. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. If you know that you've won the Cup, you don't come back to Italy in the future knowing you have to win the league. And I keep saying the future, as if I know we're going to leave at the end. Sassuolo were 2-0 up. I didn't even notice. Oh, my words. Okay, Inter might be throwing this away. Of all the times to do it, speaking of throwing it away, Lazio free kick, header on goal, just over. Well, it was 1-0 in the first leg to Inter. So Sassuolo have a chance right now. 2-0, 20 minutes to go. All they've got to do is hold on. As Oddie's got a booking, of course, as a left-back for Milan at some point, he will be getting sent off. I should have mentioned that earlier. Luis Alberto, free kick, dangerous position, very, very close. We're going to make a couple of changes as Lazio are thinking about bringing on Jesse Lingard, I just saw there. Kessie and SMS are going to swap round. SMS is going to come off for Benacer, and then we're going to bring Vlahovic up front for Cavani. Had a good game, but I prefer the physical presence. And then Diaz is going to come on for Dybala as well. Dybala not having a particularly good game there. So, as it stands, oh my word, we're playing Sassuolo in the final, and that's what we want to see. Now, traditionally, I feel like Inter are going to ruin my day good and proper as the ball is pinging around all over the place. Goodness gracious me. I've got something to talk about after this match, by the way. As much as this is looking like it's probably done, of course, big eyes. Vlahovic scores. I think it's going to count. Big eyes on what's happening at Sassuolo, because if a late goal happens there, that's going to be, of course, terrifying. But there's other stuff going on in the Milan world right now, and I think I started saying this and then fell off it because I'm all over the place at the moment. We might stay at Milan, and there is some logic to staying at Milan. The Serie A league title is still there to be won and still feels competitive as a very, very late chance. I mean, I think we're going to make it through, thankfully, for ourselves, viewers, as they've hit the bar again, Lazio. They might feel like it could have been a little bit unlucky, really, but there's the game. Done and dusted. We go through a very, very dominant performance, all in all, in terms of goals, anyway. Actually, you look at it there, they probably feel a little bit hard done by. A couple of clear-cut chances for them. And right then, let's continue forward and talk about the thing that is currently sort of hanging over me at the moment. Of course, we play Manchester United in the Champions League to come. But so far, this would be quite a short episode. So we do have some other stuff to talk about, as people are so proud. Romeo, absolutely delighted with that unbelievable result. I'm glad someone's happy. As we go through then, and it did finish. Inter have lost a football match. Blimey. I don't know how Inter have got on in Europe, but they are so far, they're going for an unbeaten season. I don't know what their European campaign's been like. Their Champions League group was an absolute disaster, and it was a very, very strong one at that, and they did not progress forward in it. Okay, so they've got into the Europa League now. Are they still in the Europa League, still battling on that front? They aren't. They lost to Bilbao on penalties. So is this the start of the problem for Inter? They now play Roma, Zebra, Sassuolo, Napoli, Udinese and Ascoli at the end, that's a little bit easier, but it's a pretty difficult 4-game run, especially after losing in the Cup, in a game you'd have expected them to win. Sassuolo, 7th in the league right now, are a good side, but they're a bit patchy. Again, they're having a good time right now. They play us in the... Well, they've got a very tough run in. Inter, ourselves. We then play them again in the league, and then Napoli. But the talking point that I keep wanting to mention, if I go to general here, you can see it at the bottom there, we are in the process of a board takeover, and we know that is going to be, well, we don't know for certain, but we are assuming that's going to be a tycoon, as I just get things ready for a future episode. Yeah, so it's a situation, isn't it? I don't know if we're going to get the takeover soon, or if it, like, imagine we get a tycoon and he gives me 150 million to spend. Suddenly, viewers, we're game on. Now, if he sees my signings of Vidal and Busquets, might be less than that, might be 30 million, might be 20 million, because the problem we have currently with staying at Milan, and this is again where the conversation of what's next comes in. Our current transfer budget is 100k, our future transfer budget is 2.22 million. That's the minimum that we can expect. So of course it can be much higher than that, but our finances, while okay, there's not loads of room to go and spend money there. I don't really know what to do. Again, keeping an eye on what's going on elsewhere in Europe, there's nothing major, and a few teams, of course, have changed their manager. Now, Chelsea are still yet to appoint. Now, whether they will come to... Is there any future... Maybe they've got a future... Zidane for £20 million! Okay, well, unbelievable. I didn't get the... Well, that means the Zebra job will be available then at the end of the season. Oh, blimey. Because now we've got to ask the question, if the Zebra job is available... Is that a job that we end up going for? Zidane is going to Chelsea. We know that. £20 million to buy out Zidane's contract. Goodness gracious me. That's like 2 Busquets. Oh, God. That's a lot of money. So he's off over there. Okay, so that's the first bit. I didn't even know that. We're finding out live. That's lovely to see. So now the question again is which other teams are maybe... Look at La Liga. Oh my God, look at La Liga. So, I mean, let's go take a closer look. So right now, Barcelona, 6 points clear, flying at the moment. Yes, there are some teams, I noticed, Madrid have 4 games in hand. Blimey. So if they win every single game, they're going to be living the dream. They're going to be clear in the league. But right now you have 4 teams on 57, 2 teams on 56. Anything could happen. And if you're Barcelona right now, actually, and you're looking at the sides like Atletico, if they win their game, 60 points. If Sevilla win their game, 60 points. But my word, Madrid have got so many games to play right now, and they've just lost the Italian Cup. So the Italian, that would be tough to do. The Spanish Cup final against Atletico Madrid. They're out of the Champions League, beaten by PSG, and they have a lot of fixtures to play. But fixtures, by the looks of things, other than maybe the Atletico one, pretty soft. Like, it's not too bad for them. But the battle at the top of Serie A, very, very interesting. Because what's going to happen here, viewers, is at the end of the season, I'm going to be left with a conversation of where do I go? What do I do? Of course, Inter are going to go and have to get a new manager. There's going to be some fallout in Spain. Remember, we went for the Atletico job. Conte took it, but who knows what's going to happen there. The likes of Arsenal and Tottenham not getting in the Champions League again, that's going to set them back a little bit. In Germany... This is becoming a PSG-like situation. Of course, Bayern have already won the league with a couple of games to go. Dortmund are there to be had. Leipzig are there to be had. Of course, we've had some incidents with them in the past. In the first Glory Hunter, if you didn't see it, the Clips channel, actually, I did a highlight package of a Dortmund league season. There's a Leipzig one coming very soon as well. Wasn't great from me, but Bayern look unstoppable. And that, again, to go there and then have a project of trying to win the German Cup, trying to win the league, of course, taking the Bayern job off Nagelsmann would be perfect, but we probably have to wait until Nagelsmann leaves for maybe a Premier League team. It's my assumption. In France, it's a very similar situation. There are 4 teams not too far off each other, but then you've got PSG at the top of the tree, and it might be a case of waiting for Poch to move somewhere else, and then we slide in there. And that might be the thing that dictates what we do next. Zebra are going to appoint a top manager. Of course they are. And whether that's me or not, I don't think it is. But this season, of course, isn't over yet. It's been a good chat, this actually. Isn't over yet. We've got quite a lot of games still to go, as well as a cup final. We know the league is done, but next episode will be Manchester United leg 1 and leg 2. It's a double bumper episode. Can we get to the Champions League final and hope to face Arsenal in the final, but probably PSG? Well, we're going to have to find out. United right now, second in the Premier League, looking pretty good. Injury-wise, seem pretty fresh. Fitness-wise, seem pretty good. It's not ideal, and they're on an okay run. They've recently won 2 games 6-0 and have beaten Liverpool Thomas Souček plays for them. Okay, they themselves have got an FA Cup final, so it's all kicking off between the two sides. We've got very similar run-ins, actually. Glory Hunter is hotting up after yesterday's episode, and now we've got an Italian Cup final to come. That'll be over the weekend. I'll see you soon for it. We love with care. If it's mentioned until next time. Hotting up, and I'm excited.